We're back with some Premier League action in the busiest time of the calendar year, with the results now possibly being the most defining for each team. Some big games this week and big results as teams push on for the European spots, which seem as if it will be a close affair this year. A key event was that of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer leaving his post as Man United manager after defeat to Watford. Chelsea thumped Leicester, and Liverpool crushed Arsenal. Here's the Premier League roundup. A recreation of last year's FA Cup final as Leicester took on Chelsea, but it did not produce the same result as goals from Rudiger, Kante and Pulisic off the bench gave the Blues a 3-0 win. 16 shots showed total domination by Tuchel's men as they continued their onward push for the title. Newcastle against Brentford saw a mammoth of a match, with Eddie Howe taking charge of his first game. Leicester scored first for the Toons, but Tony equalised just 1 minute later. They went ahead soon after, yet Joelinton scored to make it 2-2 as half-time came and it was levelled. Leicester scored again, but at the wrong side of the pitch to give the Bees the lead. Saint-Maximin smashed in the final goal of the match to produce a 3-3 draw. Not the ideal start for Eddie Howe, but progress has been made, and it needs to be made fast as they sit bottom of the table with 6 points. Speaking of teams in the relegation zone, Norwich took on Southampton and Dean Smith also led out his first team with the Canaries. It started off on the wrong foot as Che Adams scored first in the 4th minute. This didn't last long though, as Pukki headed in a goal on the near post to ensure it was 1-1. Back and forth was producing no difference until the 79th minute when Grant Hanley headed in a corner as Smith produced a win in his first game in charge. 3 points of safety. Is Dean Smith going to save his team from the drop? Now to Burnley against Crystal Palace, which was another 6-goal thriller. Benteke shot and it went in off the post, but 11 minutes later Ben Mee scored off the post too, directly as a result from a corner. And Chris Wood scored yet another header in the 27th to give Burnley the lead. 2 quick-fire goals before half-time snatched the lead away from Burnley and gave them a 1-goal deficit at half-time. A total of 33 shots, one heck of a game, and the last goal of the match came from none other than Sean Dyche's star signing, Maxwell Cornet. He blasted it into the roof of the net and the points were shared. Coming in as a player who can play as left back, he has proved his worth for only 15 million euros and has scored 5 goals in 7 matches. Superb. Back to a manager who took charge of his first game with their club in Aston Villa against Brighton. Steven Gerrard started Danny Ings, who hadn't featured for a while, and patience was needed for Villa fans, who are without a win in their 5 previous games. And they had to wait some more too. It was 0-0 all the way up to the 84th minute until Ollie Watkins scored, followed by a Mings goal to give Gerrard the perfect start in the form of a 2-0 victory. Is this the start of something great under Gerrard? From a coach managing his first game to a coach managing his last, as Watford played Manchester United. An iffy start from the Red Devils saw them concede a penalty in which De Gea had to save twice, as it was retaken, but Josh King and Ismail Assar scored 2 before the break. Ironically, the man to score the last goal in Ole's reign was Donny van de Beek, who was brought on at 45, but 2 goals in injury time sealed a humiliating 4-1 defeat for the Red Devils at Vicarage Road, which included Harry Maguire getting sent off after a second yellow card. Ranieri's men gave a performance that they could be proud of, and it provided 3 much-needed points in the effort to avoid relegation. As mentioned previously, this did result in Ole leaving his post as United manager, but I pose the question to you, what's next for Man United? In the Molineux Stadium, West Ham played Wolves and Jimenez scored from outside of the box to give them a 1-0 win. Consistency is needed from the Hammers if they want to secure Champions League spot this season. 2 teams involved in the top 4 race is Liverpool and Arsenal, although it seems like the former isn't really in a top 4 race but rather a title race. Good form for the Gunners meant nothing as Klopp highlighted the disparity in quality between the 2 sides. 4-0 was the final scoreline, with goals from Mane, Jota, Salah and Minamino's first touch providing a goal. Arsenal were exposed at the back, especially Nuno Tavares, who made a major mistake contributing to the second goal. On the opposite side, Trent Alexander-Arnold had another great performance with 2 more assists under his wing, already at 51 for Liverpool, only being 23 years of age. His future is a bright one. Man City took on Everton, and it's safe to say that they completely suffocated them. 78% possession. Pep's men won 3-0 with goals from Sterling, a rocket from Rodri, and Bernardo Silva. They are very serious about the defence of their title. Conte got his first league win with Spurs as they came back from 1 goal down to win 2-1, with Højbjerg and Reguilón scoring, the latter scoring his first goal for the club. That being said, Leeds did play very good football and were unlucky to lose. Spurs sit in 7th at the moment, 4 points off 4th. Can Conte take them back to the Champions League? That covers all of the matches this week in the Premier League, but the Champions League is once again back. Chelsea take on Juventus. The Italian team come off a good 2-0 win over Lazio, but Chelsea also come off a good win over Leicester. To be honest, it's hard to split the side, so I would go with a 1-1 draw. Barcelona against Benfica sees Xavi take control of his first Champions League game, and I believe he'll mark it the same way he did in the league, a win, but not only by 1 goal. I'm going for a 3-1 win. Man City take on PSG, who beat them last time out, but I reckon the citizens will come away triumphant this time, 2-0. That's all for this week, but don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. Until next time, goodbye.